Memorial Day in Israel starts tonight. For as long as I can remember, Memorial Day in Israel has been the saddest day of the year. It is a day filled with heavy silence, a day of pain that words can't really describe. It's a sacred day for so many families. The radio plays only mournful songs. The TV shows only heartbreaking stories. At exactly 11 a.m., the entire country stops. Cars on the highway, trains, people in the streets, the entire country stands still 2 full minutes just to remember. But since October 7th, everything has changed. Our lives were turned upside down. It feels like we've been living inside one long, endless Memorial Day. Even when we smile, laugh, or dance, it never feels whole. In Israel, everything is closer. Everything is more personal. When a soldier leaves for war, it's never a stranger. They are a father, a husband, a sister, a friend from school, someone we know. Someone who wakes up in the morning, drives an hour or two, and then put their lives on the line to protect me, my family, my 2 daughters. Take a moment, really picture that. On October 7th, my cousin, Amit Peled, was killed in battle at a military outpost in Kissufim. Amit served in AJC, an elite commando unit of the IDF. Amit and his squad bravely fought against Hamas and sacrificed their lives defending 32 female soldiers, 14 wounded soldiers, 2 civilian women, and a baby who were trapped on base. Thanks to Amit and his friends, lives were saved, and we are still able to call this little piece of land our home. Amit wasn't only a brave and heroic soldier. Above all, he was gentle and sensitive soul. He was the beloved son of Danielle and Omer and a brother to Gaia. He was deeply loved by his family and friends, had a passion for travel and music, and a strong desire to spread goodness in the world. Thank you to the American Jewish Committee for giving me the opportunity to honor Amit and all the brave souls we owe our lives to. Thanks to them, we are here today. Our mission now is to carry their light forward. I encourage everyone to honor their legacies, not just through remembrance, but through action, by choosing compassion, building bridges, and working together to shape a future rooted in peace and dignity. Even when it sometimes feels impossible and the world is shifting before our eyes, together, across communities and borders, we have the power to create a better reality. Thank you. I'd now like to invite the entire AJC ACCESS Israel cohort to join me on stage. As you can imagine, all of us have been deeply impacted by October 7th and its aftermath. Some of us have lost loved ones and friends. Many of us have served in the reserves. All of us are eager for life to feel somewhat normal again. As we begin Yom HaZikaron, please rise and join us in saying the memorial prayer for the Israelis' fallen soldiers.
יזכור אלוהים את נשמות בניו גיבוריו, חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, שנפלו במלחמות ישראל, בפעולות ההגנה, תגמול וביטחון, ובעת מילוי תפקידם, ונשמות כל לוחמי המחתרות ובחטיבות הלוחמים במערכות העם, שחרפו נפשם למות על קדושת השם, ובעזרת אלוהי מערכות ישראל הביאו לתקומת האומה והמדינה ולגאולת הארץ ועיר האלוהים. מנשרים כלו ומאריות גברו בהחלצם לעזרת העם והרבו בדמם הטהור את רגבי אדמת קדשנו. זכר עקדתם ומעשה גבורתם לא יסופו מאיתנו לעולמים. תהיינה נשמותיהם צרורות בצרור החיים עם נשמות אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, ועם שאר גיבורי ישראל בקדושיו שבגן עדן עד עולם. אמן.
ללא מילים, ללא תחושות, אין מנוס ממחשבות, יש פה קרע לא מוסבר, איך שרים כשלב נשבר. אני פה מול החדשות, לא מעכל את הדמעות.
We are supporting our soldiers and our civilians all over the country. We are doing everything to allow our fighters to fight.
ערפל כבד נחת עכשיו, למי פונים? הנשמה פצועה בקרב, שמע ישראל אומרים יחדיו. עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות חופשי בארצנו, שמע ישראל כולנו עם אחד. עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות חופשי בארצנו, שמע ישראל כולנו עם אחד.
Please welcome Nova Music Festival survivor, Gal Buchspan.
Yesterday, I walked past the September 11 Memorial in New York. It's hard to believe it's been almost 25 years since that day. And yet, the conflicts that fueled that tragedy over religion, power, and identity are still with us. Today, Israel continues to face questions not just of war and peace, but of existence. What it means to be both Jewish and democratic in a world that often challenges both. On October 7th, I was at the Nova Music Festival in southern Israel. I was there because my brother-in-law, Ophir Amir, invited me to join with friends to the festival. 4 of us drove down from Tel Aviv. We had an apartment in Sderot. I remember standing there, looking at the city and saying, they invested so much. It's so beautiful. But if I lived here, I would want to live in the center. So if something happens, you're not the first. The Nova Music Festival was special. There was something magical. The music, the faces, the atmosphere. Until 6/29, hundreds of missiles above us. We're Israelis. We've been through rocket attacks before. We were all former combat soldiers. So we stayed calm. In that moment, it felt safer to stay in the parking lot than to try to leave under fire. Only after the major traffic jam and the pictures I've received on my phone, we decided to leave. That was about 7:45. Looking back, many others that left earlier had already been killed trying to escape fate, luck, instincts. I still wonder. At 8, we passed a police blockade on 232, the death road, and turned east towards the fields. At 8:15, machine gun fire erupted. Run, we shouted in the car, and we ran for 5 hours and 9 miles. And only while running did we begin to understand the horror unfolding behind us. Eventually, we reached the Reem military base. It felt like a scene from The Walking Dead. Luckily, a random man with a pickup truck took us to Patish, in a moshav in southern Israel. The hardest part of that day wasn't the running, it was the house we ended up in. Every 15 minutes, someone got a phone call. Another friend, a cousin, a parent, missing, murdered, kidnapped. I survived. My friend survived. Ophir survived, being shot in both legs. But 1,200 people did not. October 7th was not just a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call for Israelis and for Jews around the world. Israelis often try to live normal lives, pushing aside the surrounding threats. But those threats don't go away just because we don't look at them. As Jews, we realize that we are encountering the same hatred that we faced in the 1930s. It's not because we're Zionists, it's because we're Jews. I once dreamed of getting an MBA. Today, Jewish students on campuses, no matter their political views, are harassed for being who they are. But still, I'm optimistic. Our history is filled with pain. Yes, but also with resilience. We rise, we rebuild, we move forward. They can chase us, they can threaten us, but we know how this story ends. And tonight, I'm honored to be here with AJC among people who care deeply about making the world safer and more comfortable for Jews, for Israelis, for all of us. That's why I chose to speak after the Nova massacre. We cannot afford to be silent, and we should never be ashamed of who we are. As we stand together now in strength and unity, we carry one shared message in our hearts. Bring them home now. The spirit of unity, along with the resilience of the Jewish people, is what we celebrate when we move from the soberness of Yom HaZikaron to the joy of Yom HaAtzmaut, Israeli Independence Day. And now, in the same spirit, I'd like to invite the AJC ACCESS Israeli delegation back to the stage to join me in singing Hatikva. As we raise our voices in Israel's national anthem, may we remember the hope and the enduring dreams that unite us all, today and always. Am Yisrael Chai.